Hello and welcome back to Icarus, and welcome to, I guess, the second video, but really the first in this series called Olympus Evolved. That's what we're going to name this open world. We're going to play on hard, on an open world, and we're going to do all of the operations through the course of this video, or not this video, this series.
First things first, if you want to complete missions for the UDA, you'll need to craft a short-range radio. Plenty of folks need help, and factions pay well for prospectors that offer their time. Up to you. Stay safe.
Okay, so the plan here is going to be exactly what it says on the left side. We're going to build and place a contact device, which does require the crafting bench, which, if you look at the tech tree, does mean that I need to be level 10. So, you know, through the magic of video editing and time travel, we are going to grind to level 10, and then check back in periodically, and start our first operation. Okay, then. Well, we've reached level 10. We're in a storm. That's lovely. So now that we've reached level 10, let's do a quick refresh on talents. First of all, I'm going to grab these. Alright, I've got pretty much all the resource talents I want. I don't think I need that to get these, but I'll keep it anyways. And I think from here on out, maybe I take Iron Miner because getting more iron is always good. I think from here on out, we're going to start thinking about our next set of talents, which will probably actually be firearms. If I'm going to make an open world and, you know, just constantly be working within this world, I'm probably going to do firearms, which also means I'm probably going to do cooking and farming. So we've got that squared away. As far as solo talents, I don't know. Move speed, always good. But now that we've reached level 10, we can get into tier 2. And that's so important. We're going to take the crafting bench, anvil bench. Let's see. I need the stone furnace. I want the contact device and the orbital exchange interface. Those are a pretty good starting points. This storm is almost over. Actually, if I start this, there's a chance that I can still sleep. Perfect. Because, like, technically the storm has stopped. And so even though it shows that it's raining, I don't think the rain's going to put out the furnace because it's not, like, it's not real rain. The rain's not real. It can't hurt you. What do I need now to make the crafting bench? I need stone, of all things. Okay. Actually, can I put stuff in here? Yes. So, I got there by making this. Really, that just means I can destroy... just get a bunch of fiber out of it. Let's try to repair some of this. I don't think anything else really needs, like, pressing repairs. Nah. So we're good. Made a bunch of these, so let's put it to use. Crafting bench. And I'm not going to bother with the oxidizer, because I'm going to make something a lot better soon, TM. The great thing about crafting benches in Icarus is they also serve as storage benches. Any of the crafting elements, basically, can be used for storage, which is fantastic. So now I can take all these out and put them over here. You know, it has its limits, but, you know. We're doing all right. Put those in there. I don't need those. And now that means I can destroy this crate, because I'm not going to need it. Generally speaking, I only ever need one crate. He says that, but I didn't get the mortar and pestle, did I? I sure did not. Where do I even get that? Right there. Okay, well, we're going to need one more level before I'm completely free of this. But for now, let me make... I usually like to make 2 of these. I'm not going to be able to at the moment. Unless I get more stone. If only I knew where to get more stone. Okay. Oh, they're so heavy. Let's see. Put all this in there, put that in there. The coal is what's really weighing me down. These 2 bad boys next to each other, destroy this, and let's see. And make 100 now. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're going to have all the rope we need. Now we're going to need iron ingots. And to get iron... Ooh, make wool. That's interesting. Do I... Oh, you make fur with wool. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Make fuel bricks. Okay. Very interesting. Anyways, let me take the wood out of this. Ooh, actually. Shift click to do that. Okay. No, actually, because I want... I want to use coal for other stuff. Coal is used to make steel. Okay. So, now we gotta go get some iron. Do I have enough inventory slots? Yes. Do I have enough food? No. So yes, everything can be used as storage. It's lovely. All right. Let's go with the smaller of the two caves that I'm aware of immediately near me. I don't want to go too crazy. No stone. Yeah, okay. Going from 9 to 10 did not take nearly as much time as I thought it would. So that was good. I was kind of surprised by how quick it went. It certainly helped making the bone armor. In fact, that's what we're wearing now. There we go. Look at that. That is baller. Might be the coolest armor in the game. It's a shame that it's just tier 1 and kind of sucky, but it's fine. So all throughout Icarus, there are caves. Some are hidden behind walls, like this one. There's a website, Icarus Intel, that will show the location of all the caves on the map. Because these are not like procedurally generated or anything. And so you can just, you know, look for them on that website, which is great. Or you can have played several hundred hours and memorized where most of them are. In each cave, you will find cave worms like this one. They are nasty little buggers that will poison you. And unlike the fish poison, we care about that poison. And sometimes you can find exotics in them, which is great. That will be very relevant to our interests later. But the real... Okay, and the other thing, you can get pneumonia in caves. You may notice my stamina bar is a little bit smaller while I'm in the cave. That's the cave debuff that is visible down there in the red. So, the real reason we come to caves, though, we want iron. Iron, copper, and I think gold you can make use of early on with the stone furnace. We're going to need the copper as well, so we'll take that. I'm already over encumbered, but I'm going to fix that. Because I don't need those. I don't need that. I don't really need these extra sticks. I shouldn't need the stone. The silica I do need. And I certainly... Oh, I don't need the 100 stone for sure. All right. Anyways. It used to be, you know, the talent that I did pick up the talent that lets me mine deposits in a single hit. 1% chance. Lucky strike. It works on iron ore as well. It used to work on the rock wall entrances to caves. I guess, I don't know if you'd call it a buff or a nerf. I would say they nerfed it. You can't do that anymore. It used to be very inconvenient because, you'd end up with, 2,000 rocks in your inventory and it would weigh you down. And, if you're out there with wildlife all around you, you probably don't want that. But, I didn't mind it. Let's eat, and eat. And I'm pretty much full up on inventory, so we're going to get out of here. I think you can make steel in the stone furnace now as well. But the big thing is we're here for iron and copper. We got a little bit of both. I think we got enough copper. We might have enough iron. But we're nowhere near level 11. Which is a little unfortunate because I would really like to be able to get the mortar and pestle. I can turn all those excess sticks into tree sap. And tree sap is super, super useful. That and epoxy. You never have enough. Especially you never have enough epoxy. Okay. We will do iron in there. We'll do copper there. That's going to make 10. That's enough. And the exotics will just kind of have chilling in there. See, we made the 100 rope. So now I can, overload this with sticks. We'll put this away. This. That. And then it looks like I can only put that many sticks in. So we're going to wait, because I'm going to need to put a whole bunch of other things in to craft things. Sticks can go back. Then once we're done with the copper here, I'll change the iron over, because might as well. There's a lot more of that. So I'm just going to grab this one and get ready. A little low on water, so let's go from the rainwater purifier. So that's still full. Love that. And then the buffs down here, filtered water. Which doesn't seem to have any, whatever. Oh, maybe as long as I have this buff, I'll have the cooling buff. Not sure. Anyways, there's those. What else do I need? Rope and wood. There's the orbital exchange interface. And a few more iron ingots. Like that many exactly. No. 7 more. Okay, whatever. That many more. And make the damn contact device. Okay. We're going to place these... Yeah, here. So if I'm going to build in any direction, it's not going to be this way.
Great work. Now that you have access to short-range radio, you'll be able to take on simple missions. Check the board to see what's available. There's always something to do. If you want to take on more complex assignments and get more time with yours truly, you'll have to craft an infrasonic relay device. UDA's way of keeping out fresh-foot prospectors looking for an early grave. Oh, almost forgot. One last thing. Senatai have come up with a fancy new way of shipping your exotic hauls off-world. They're calling it the Orbital Exchange System, OES. Abandoning all your planet-side tech is a thing of the past, if you prefer. Chuck them in the pod, and it drops it all off at the station. Pretty cool, huh? It's free for now, while they're still testing the pods. Who knows how much cash they'll rake in from this later. OES schematics should be available, if you want to build one. Good luck, Prospector. Try not to die.
Try not to die. So there are different things you can do. You can do simple quests, which you can get Ren rewards. I could do, a farming one or a hunt one. I'm not going to do that, though. Right now, we want to do one of these. And some of these, I'm not actually sure what they all are. Livewire is, I think, the one that we would normally do. So let's take Livewire, I think. Yeah.
Welcome back. Lagos unit runs Icarus for the UDA, but most of this planet's still a blank on the map. The unit wants new drop zones, which means getting terrain scans, and they'll pay for the privilege. Just set up a radar at 3 locations and come back alive. You up for it?
So, Lagos unit in the forest. The operator intends to rapidly expand exotics operations and has put out an urgent tender for survey data, specifically around new drop sites. This exploration and mapping mission is critical to development of this planet. Take the radar scans at 3 essential locations, ensuring accurate data is returned to the operator. Contractors will be provided with radar equipment. All other risk and resourcing is the responsibility of the contractor. Expect elevated wildlife and weather threats. So we will begin this.
Icarus ain't always gonna be so empty. The UDA wants exotics, and the Lagos unit's under pressure to scale operations up. Which means they need terrain data, and a heap of it. Fast. So grab the radar from the supply crate. The unit wants scans from 3 locations on your map. You'll be heading into uncharted territory, but that's exactly why we need the data. Think you can handle it? Well, either way, it's too late now. Good luck.
We'll take the radar. And you do want to make sure you get clear of this because it will deal damage. All right, now I'm going to request one of these. So I'm going to send those exotics up. And if you pay attention to the side of the screen in a moment. You'll see that I have those rewards. While we wait for that, let's go this way. Just gonna want some stone here. I can make a marker for this. Might as well. Need a little more iron, but that's a future me problem for sure. See what the inventory is like. I might be able to grab some on the way back. We will be stopping actually at the base on the way back through. So we're going to go up here, then do this one, come back, hit the base, then go do that one.
Data says this is the area. Now it's up to you. Okay. Station activated.
So, for whatever reason, the wildlife of Icarus hates these radars. And using one basically triggers like a tower defense type thing. So I think I bugged it out by shooting at that one. That is an animal that was coming to attack the radar. So that's cool. Oh, there's a wolf getting attacked over there somehow, or hurt. I'm not quite sure I understand what's going on, but I definitely bugged something out by firing that shot down there. Oh, because there was a bear. Okay. Oh my god, there are bear cubs.
Get back in range of the scanner.
Yikes. Ow. Okay. Okay then. That was thoroughly obnoxious. So I had to like hold X to pick up the radar while staying somewhat within range of it. and then run away from the bears. The bears are kind of gimmicky in this game. They always have been. If you run to your right, so their left, as they're charging at you, they'll like lunge forward and not hit you. They also used to do a lot more damage. Like, I mean, well, actually, no. The bone armor actually probably helped big time. And don't worry, if you thought that was too easy, I mean, it used to be 2 bears that would attack. So, that sucked. We've pretty much always been able to, like, get into water, like, water that's deep enough that they can't just touch bottom and run. You've always been able to get into water and just kind of float backwards and stab them that way, too. So, there are a couple ways to survive bear attacks. Alright, that's my next level, so let's get the mortar and pestle, definitely. I don't really need any of this right now. Longbow would be nice, but not necessary. Definitely want water skin, oxygen bladder, and an oxide dissolver. If I can find watermelons, that will help my water problem. I know I've seen a bunch along the way. And now that I'm going to be looking for them, I won't find any. Or XP. Sorry, I have to check an email. Okay. As for the talent point, I don't really know. Like, it's pointless to put points over there yet. I'm just going to bank the talent point for now and just kind of wait. 'Cause I'm not in a position to do any farming yet. Not in a position to make firearms. So we're just going to hurry up and wait. This game does have a tendency to turn into a bit of a walking or jogging simulator. One of the characters that I made previously was a character that literally just focused on run speed. Like, took every running or every movement speed perk that I could to make myself as fast as possible. And he'd be at the place by now. No question. Well, not at this low a level, but, you know. There's even one talent under the repairs or whatever it is, talent tree, that makes you run faster while you have a fire whacker equipped. I want to make sure I didn't attract the attention of that Tyrannus, which does not look like I did. There was an update that I wasn't particularly a fan of where they, you know, drastically reduced the duration or the durability of crafted knives. The saving grace is that, you know, when it comes to the bone knife, if you're killing animals with it and skinning them with the knife, well, you can just use the bones that you harvest to repair it. Ah, look at that. Right on time. Are there any more, or is it literally just that one path? Ah, nope. I guess it's just the one. Oh, it gave me two, so that helped the water quite a bit. Berries help with water as well, but not a whole heck of a lot. Berries are great, or at least they were. I don't know how the system works now. I guess we're gonna find out with this character. Berries used to be great for spamming gunpowder. Ooh, hello, geyser. Oh God. Okay, so dried stringy meat increases my melee attack speed, which is great. I think I've just walked up to the Alpha Wolf. There are world bosses in the game. Let me go this way. Also, I need oxite. Yep. That is the Alpha Wolf. We're not ready for that. Sorry to say.
This is precise as the data gets. See what you can
Right
find.
there.
Good. We're reading the station. It's active.
Yeah, it would be nice to find some oxide around here. I'm going to need it after we're done with this one. So this one tends to be wolves, and it is. There's a wolf coming up on us now. The meat might provide some added healing, so sometimes the wolves get caught on that, which is great, because then that means they're not coming up the hill. But this one is. can hear that noise to my left, but I can pretty much ignore it. 2 more. Oh, okay. I'm taking damage now because my oxygen's critical. Which could end badly for me. Because that will also impact my stamina recovery. But if those wolves get stuck there, that's perfect. Just spam meat here to keep my health up. Alright, I have to trust that there's going to be some oxite this way. I am hemorrhaging HP. There we go. There's 3 oxite will help, but I need a lot more. There we go. That's perfect. Be a good time for a lucky strike. But yeah, like I was saying about berries, though, let me go back to that now that I've eaten some, and that reminded me. Used to just grow a bunch of berries, feed them into the composter, and it would make fertilizer. Alright. That's good. That'll get me back home at the very least. And then we can... So this long run down here begins. I know I can't just straight line it. I do have to go around the mountain here. Okay then. You actually can tame these. I'm probably not going to show it off at all during this. Actually, I know I'm not. Because I'm not nearly ready to start taming animals. But Tyrannus, Buffalo, the Moa, and I think that's it for now. I think they've added something since then. But basically, you'll see them walking around with a juvenile behind them. You kill the adult, and then the juvenile is just there chilling, and you basically interact with it to tell it to follow you, and you can raise it fairly quickly to adulthood, and then you have a rideable, like you can, basically it becomes a mount. You can have it carry a cart. I think that's exclusive to the Buffalo and the Tyrannus. Maybe just the Buffalo. Yeah, very useful. And there's a whole talent tree dedicated to it. You can make that process faster. While they're raising from juvenile to adult, they do, like, if predators are nearby, they'll be drawn towards them and they'll try to kill them because they're easy prey. So you have to, like, pen them in or, you know, be ready to just stand guard over them. But a watched pot never boils, so it's kind of a process. You don't really want to just spend your time standing guard over them like a sentinel. Do I have any more berries? I do. Alright. We'll refresh that buff. Eventually going down the cooking tree, I'm also going to get a 4th stomach slot, so that's cool. Oh, I heard another one. There you are. Come on. I got a wound there, so had to use a bandage. There's another type of wound that I would need a suture kit for, but as far as I know, wolves can't inflict that, so I'm not worried about it. I am just going to leave those behind. I don't feel like running out of my way to go harvest them. I just want to be done with this. Sure. Why not? Come on, a little Bethesda mountain climbing. Come on. Oh, we can do it. I know we can do it. Is it here, maybe? Oh my god. Ugh. There we go. Alright. Come on. Oh wait, did he come down? Kind of. Hello. I'm not over there. Level 13. So I get 4 blueprint points and a talent. One thing I want to do, actually, is I want to refresh my torch. I see it's getting very low in durability, so we're going to destroy this one and craft a new one.
This is precise as the data gets. See what you can find. There you go. Stations online.
Alright. Ooh. Down a food buff. There we go. Alright. There's boars. It's bacon! I do like that when you're skinning something, you are, like, looking in the direction you're facing. That's super helpful. Alright, listen here, you. That's what it used to be. It used to just be jaguars down here, and now they've added boars. But okay, cool. And that's going to be 100. There we go.
Well, you're done here. You did a lot more than just survive.
Okay. So that actually completes it. That means I don't really have to run back, and I can make that. I can start my next video when I'm back at home base. So that's what we're gonna do, because this has already been a very, very long experience. So I want to thank everybody for checking out this installment of Olympus Evolved, and I can't wait to see you back here for the next one. Until then, be good to each other.